In this video, I will talk about the causal mind or the dual mind. And here I will write about the spirit, being, and presence. Now, when we are in this causal mind, or we can call it the thinking mind. So, a thought is a cause, or a seed, and every cause will have an effect. Every thought will have an effect, and every action will have a equal and opposite reaction. Every action will have an equal and opposite reaction or a consequence. So as we think or as we see, because from the mind's eye we think, and we our outlook or our perception or our outlook will create the outcome. Outlook will create the outcome, or we can say perception will create the reality or the result. So as we see, so we will create our life or our circumstances or the situations in our life. So from the causal mind, this is a thought, and causal mind, most of the thoughts are borrowed thoughts or thoughts which we see in the information we receive from around us, like by watching or observing people around us, or something on the television, or something we have learned through someone. But from the spirit, the thought will be original or a unique thought. For example, a creative idea or insights, wisdom, they all flow from the spirit. But from the causal mind, we receive a thought, and thought creates a feeling. Now suppose here we have a fearful thought, so we will have a fearful feeling. If here we have a loving thought, so here we will have a loving feeling. Now, one thought, when it is repeated again and again or practiced again and again, it becomes a strong thought or a strong belief. So when we keep thinking a thought, not once but again and again, it becomes a strong belief or an attitude, and that creates a very strong emotion. One thought will create a small feeling, but when it becomes a belief, it creates a very strong emotion. And that emotion will create a physical action. Or a physical deed. If we have a fearful thought and we keep remembering the fearful thought or practicing and repeating it again and again, it will become a very strong fearful thought, which will create a very strong fearful emotion, which will attract, because we have given so much power to that thought. So what happens, it becomes electromagnetic. Electro means elect. We have elected it, we have made a choice, and we have thought of it again and again, and now it has become powerful and it has become magnetic. So it will automatically attract things to you or draw things to you as per the thought. Now suppose if we have got a very strong belief of worry or fear or stress, doubt, a negative belief over here. So what happens is nobody feels good when we feel a bad feeling, so we don't feel good about it. So we don't face it. So what we do, we just try to push it behind, under the carpet. We push it under the carpet. It means pushing it in the unconscious mind, and it gets buried in the unconscious mind. So these will create very deep suppressed emotions because they are not good feeling emotions, they are bad feeling emotions, and they will be buried in the unconscious mind. And at some point of time in life, it will emerge. It will emerge and it will attract as per the information. So now this suppressed emotions are mostly a bad feeling emotion because we have suppressed it. So the suppressed emotions, what happens is it's a very heavy and stagnant emotion. So it creates a block and it stops the energy flow within our body. So suppressed emotions always block the energy flow within our body. Now here in the mind, we can call it the causal mind also or the dual mind, as I explained earlier. So whenever we are thinking, we are in the mind. And whenever we are feeling, we are in the present moment and we are connected to our soul or our being. And from the causal mind, we cannot connect to the supreme. From the being, we can connect to the supreme. Now, what is the reason for that is, in the causal mind, suppose we have a thought, we are in the role of a mother. So, from the role of a mother, the mother can remember her children. If we are in the role of children, we will remember our mother, our parents. If we are in the role of a teacher, we will remember our students and our students will remember us. So similarly, when we are in the soul, only in that moment we can connect to the supreme soul. So only from soul we can connect to supreme soul, not from mind. From mind we get disconnected. From soul, yes, but if we are in the mindfulness, that is in the present moment, then we can connect. From mindfulness, we can connect to being and then to supreme soul. But from mind, the past, because past are all holding thoughts, and thoughts always separate us or divide us, and thoughts, the mind is filled with chaos and confusion because there are too many thoughts. There are some conflicting thoughts and all that. So, and when we are not thinking, when we are not thinking, we are in the present. We are peaceful, we are relaxed, we are totally silent. Or if we are doing some activity, any activity, it could be walking, talking, or working, but when we are totally present in that, totally immersed in that activity, and we are doing what we are enjoying, whatever we are doing, if we are enjoying it and we are totally in the present moment, immersed in that activity, then we are not in the mind. Then we are totally present and we are connected to the soul. Because when we are totally engrossed and totally engaged with the activity, we become meditative. Meditative means being now present in here and now. And this is a sacred space. This is a very sacred space. And it is very much connected to our feeling body, not thinking body. Thinking body is of the mind. So when we are present, we are connected to the feeling body. Now, as I said, whatever thoughts we have in the mind, suppose we have fearful thoughts, the intensity of that energy always grows. So if we have fearful thoughts, the intensity may grow. If we have not healed our fears, then it may grow into phobias and it may grow into anger, rage, violence, aggression. So the thoughts, the emotion grows. And if we are having loving thoughts, then that we may have loving emotions. Now, if there are too many thoughts in the mind, for example, if we are holding grudges, we are holding resentment, unforgiveness and overthinking, we are complaining, we are blaming others, we are blaming ourselves also, we are finding fault, then that will create a lot of confusion in the mind and we cannot be present. We will have to take a lot of effort to be present. So we should stop thinking too much and try to feel more and be present.